roll, and rumble here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Deegan to the inside. She's going to try to keep Hingorani to her outside through turns 3 and 4. Hingorani with a great start. He's going to use that momentum of that outside lane to come across and lead lap number 1. He does not clear Deegan down into turns 1 and 2. She's trying to keep that number 70 to his inside, but again, Hingorani putting the power down. He will take the lead down the backstretch. Oh, Eric Johnson Jr. off the pace here at the start-finish line. Eric Johnson Jr. off the pace in the number 5. One of the drivers we expected to contend for victory here today and to contend each and every week for the ARCA Menards Series West Championship. See the lettering rubbed off that left front tire. Looks like he's got a soft left front tire. So Eric Johnson Jr. bringing the number 5 car down onto pit road as we've got another car sideways over in turns 1 and 2. Andrew Chapman going around. That'll put us under caution for the first time with 36 laps in the book to bring out that first caution flag of the day. I think I see what's going to happen there. To the outside, just kind of ran out of racing room. Caught the tail end of it right there. But if you saw that car to the outside going down into turn 1, right there. 3 wide, not going to work down in turn 1. Andrew Chapman, just a quick spin. Unfortunately, I do believe he lost a lap in that exchange. So Sean Hingorani and Trevor Huddleston have checked out. There's Hingorani. Ooh, look at that move. Hingorani way to the bottom side of the racetrack to avoid Toby Blanton in that 00 car. Toby making his ARCA Menards Series West debut, making a nice recovery. We've got another car sideways now over in turns 3 and 4. No contact. Mia Lovell in the 15. Let's take a look at what happened down in 3 and 4. Looks like Mia Lovell just got a little too hot down there into 3 and 4. Hingorani on the hammer. Let's see what Huddleston can do with it down into turn 1. Huddleston trying to keep that 50 car to the inside. Hingorani not going to allow it. He's going to pull ahead and dive down in front to cut Huddleston's charge off through 3 and 4. Here comes Joey East to the outside. He tries to draw alongside Trevor Huddleston, but can't make it stick. And look at this, 3 wide down the backstretch. Mayhew to the inside of Hailie Deegan. Avedisian to the outside. Jaden Reyna in the 42 in the mix. So is Eric Nascimento in the 4. Wow, some intense racing. Here's we kick off the second half of the Oil Workers 150. 44 more times around before we settle it here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Great restart for Sean Hingorani and an equally great restart for Mason Massey. Massey to the inside down into turn 1. He's going to try to stay even off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Can he get to the bottom in turn 3? Hingorani rolling the top side. Massey doesn't want to give it up, but he's going to have to. Hingorani retakes the lead. Here comes Taylor Mayhew in the 17. There's Mia Lovell to the inside of Jaden Reyna. She's going to bounce off the 42 car and go around again over there in turn 4. Keep an eye on the left side tires of that 15 car. Right there. De-wedges that race car, pushes her up. She bounces off the 42 car, and rather than send them both to the outside wall, she, of course, turns it hard to the right. Jade Avedisian alongside Eric Nascimento to the restart line. Hingorani with the jump. Look at that restart by Trevor Huddleston, but look at that restart by Mason Massey. Massey's going to try to drive Hingorani up the racetrack. Massey to the lead off of turn 2 for the first time tonight. A new leader, Mason Massey to the point. Exactly what I said he was going to try to do. He drove Hingorani up the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Mason Massey to the lead. Oh, we've got a car spinning, several cars spinning at the back of the field. And that will put us under caution, and this is not what Mason Massey wanted to see. Mason Massey elects the outside, Sean Hingorani to the inside. We'll see if Hingorani remembers what happened on that last restart. Mason Massey on the go button. down into turn one. Let's see what happens with Hingorani to his inside. Hingorani going to move up the racetrack. He's going to get together with Mason Massey off of turn two. Mayhew looking for some racing room to the bottom side. What happens down into three? Mayhew to the back bumper of the 13 car. Mayhew trying to get to the front. Hingorani into the back bumper of Mason Massey. We're all stacked up for the lead. Here comes Nascimento in the 4. Intense racing with just a handful of laps remaining. Looking to become the 30th driver to win in his first series start. We've got a car in the outside wall down the backstretch. The caution flag coming out. With a 15 car a little loose going into the turn. There's Gavin Ray and the number 7. Gavin already hugging the white line. Not much he could have done right there. Mia drifting up the racetrack and pow, right into the outside wall. And that will end the night for Julian DaCosta. Rolling to the restart line off of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Mayhew in the 17. Did he get to that restart line a little too soon? To the inside. Coming to the white flag. We're going to have the restart under review. Caution flag going to come out. Caution flag going to come out. Jaden Reyna in the 42. To settle it here in overtime number 2. And look at that. 17 spins the tires. Hingorani looking to the inside. He's going to try to make it 3 wide down into turn 1. Mayhew trying to get to the back bumper of the 19. Massey stretching out the advantage down the backstretch. All kinds of contact there between Huddleston and Hingorani. Coming to the white flag. Final time around here in Bakersfield. Look at Eric Nascimento in the number 4, battling for second with Taylor Mayhew. Massey down the backstretch, looking for his first ever ARCA Menards Series West win in his first ever start. He's going to get it done. Bill McAnally Racing scoring victory number 101. Give it to Mason.
Of course, winning at Watkins Glen late last season.
Here we go. I think we're only 5 wide this time. We'll see more than that, I think.
McKee on the inside, door to door with his teammate Brown, and now Brown pulls out in front.
So the 90 of Jade Evedizian right down there on the bottom of the racetrack, on the apron of the racetrack. We'll see that a lot. That's where Corey Heim won that championship last year in the Truck Series.
Passing 9 cars, 9 trucks in the final lap. First caution on the first lap here. The 89 and the 9 get into each other in the turn. Shelby Township, Michigan.
See if we can see what happens. It will be right side of your screen. There's going to be contact right. Well, the 06 turns around first and right in front of the field. All these cars with absolutely nowhere to go.
And back under green here in Phoenix.
Look at Bowman. Look to the inside of McKee.
4 and now 5 wide through that dog leg.
Below that yellow line is definitely flatter than the racetrack, but there's a lot of grip down there. And it's actually, Corey Heim was saying there's 3 different bankings down there below the yellow line. How about McKee fighting on the inside here, trying to grab that lead from his teammate?
Good battle there. Bowman there moments ago.
Oh, spin.
The 20 and now a spin from the 5 to the inside retaining wall, but I think that 5 of Eric Johnson Jr. stayed clean. Robusto around as well, and caution for the 3rd time.
Look at the 5 of Johnson, just got sideways getting in the corner, made contact with Isabella, and around both of them went the other drivers. Look at Taylor Mayhew go by on the outside in that 17. Other drivers did a really nice job avoiding these 2.
Back up to speed. Out of turn 4. Back under green here. Tristan McKee in the 77 with a good restart.
Yes, he did. He's got a little bit of an edge on Brown. Look at the 18 of Max Reeves.
Bowman is there in the 20 as well.
What a nice move by Brown around the outside. Stayed in that throttle. Drive back around his teammate McKee.
Down the back stretch with Brown. He's led them all. And now McKee under fire. Getting to his left rear quarter panel is the 20 of Bowman.
Yet another caution.
Caution for the 4th time. The 90 is slow in the dog leg.
Side of your screen, the 90 is Avidizian. Just didn't go. Don't know if that was if the car stalled or a transmission issue or what.
Green flag back in the air.
Pretty even restart right there. Every single car in the field was down below the yellow line and the dog leg.
You can put all 4 tires down there. You can go all the way to that inside retaining wall.
How about McKee staying right with Brown? Now he's going to tuck in behind him.
It's been kind of that same look on every restart so far. 77 looks good, but in the end, the 28 noses out in front. Good battle 3 wide. The 79, the 70, and the 71 on the top side. Going to carry that momentum into 2026 as you see the 70 of Annunziata.
An issue for the 18 of Max Reeves. Don't know if we caught it late. Don't know if he just got up high. It looks like he's back up to speed. So I think he just got up a little bit high. Got out of up above the rubber into the loose stuff. Lost a little bit of ground and a couple spots.
He was up in the top 5, now following back to 7th.
Watch the top of our screen right there. You see him just get hard in the corner sideways. A nice save. That might be Arisa's sweet move right there.
The rest is history.
Yeah, the battle for 5th continues. Andy J drives it in there. Makes a little contact with Annunziata.
Good battle between Andy J and the 71. Thomas Annunziata in the 70.
Big restart here. Let's see who made some changes during this mid-race break that helped these cars.
Back to under green here at Phoenix. Brown has led them all on the outside, the 28.
Nice restart by McKee. Ooh, you saw Bowman get up in to Isaac Kitzmiller, put Isaac up into the outside wall. Bowman had an issue. Look at McKee fighting back on the inside.
McKee on the inside of his teammate. Carson Brown, good battle at the front. Brown able to close the door for the moment.
He is there. McKee is there. Nice run through the center of the corner. Using all the racetrack and the apron.
Tristan McKee out of the turn.
Boy, Brown is just so strong around the outside down there in 1 and 2, but McKee stays even with him.
Door to door, teammates. Brown and the 28 on the outside of the 77 of McKee.
See, Brown gave McKee plenty of room there. Nice job by Brown. Didn't want to take a chance of Tristan getting loose underneath him.
Tristan McKee was getting a little bit caution on track, guys.
Caution, the 15 and the 41 involved. And now the 13 comes in late.
The 90 of Jade Avidizian is involved. You see here the 13 of Taylor Reimer with hard contact. Going to be contact right there. Mayhew makes contact with Mia. See, Mayhew goes for a slide. Looks like he's able to save that. But that damage, that contact may have cut down the tire on that 15. You can see the left rear tire is down already. See, there's DaCosta driving and nowhere to go. Watch, Hailie Deegan does a really nice job avoiding that. Here comes Isabella, the 55. She makes contact. The 90 of Avidizian and Taylor Reimer in the 13.
Nowhere to go for Reimer. Car strewn from top to bottom on the track.
Yeah, that contact with Mayhew cut down that left rear tire. Ooh. Pretty hard contact. Again, you're coming off turn 2 and then you're driving right into that sun that we were talking about earlier. You can see that sunshine right in the eyes of DaCosta in that 25.
25 appears to have taken the worst of it, and then for good measure. Robusto into the back of teammate DaCosta. It's a tough sequence for Nitro.
Boy, Hailie does a really nice job avoiding that. Eric Johnson Jr. as well in that number 5 car.
That's 2 nice moves by Johnson to kind of keep himself alive in this race. Green flag back in the air. Carson Brown on the outside, the 28 has led them all.
And has not missed a step on any of these restarts. Hasn't spun the tires, hasn't done anything wrong. So strong through turns 1 and 2 on that outside middle of the racetrack.
77 trying to get a push from the 18 of Reeves, but closing the door once again down the backstretch. The 28 of Carson Brown with 38 to go here at Phoenix.
There's Bowman, the 20, and Ray in the 7.
Oh! Spinning out the 7 and the 17, and into the wall goes Gavin Ray in that 7 car.
That's the 17, the orange, white, and silver car on the inside. He's going to get loose. Fortunately for him, 8 tires works better than 4, and that saves Taylor. But Gavin Ray is going to have to pay the price, unfortunately. And certainly no malicious intent there by Taylor Mayhew.
Here we go, green flag. 30 laps to settle this one. McKee on the inside of his teammate Carson Brown. Door-to-door through the turn.
Max Reeves sideways.
3 wide sideways for the 18. The 81 takes advantage. Mason Massey.
Here comes the 79 of Kitzmiller on the inside of Nunziata.
McKee once again trying to get to the bumper of the 28, but he just won't let him do it. 1 lap to go here at Phoenix.
Caution flag.
Caution, the 11 spins out. You cannot make it up.
That's the 11 of Dustin Hillenberg. He was racing, I think, with the 99 of Michael Maples. And unfortunately, around he goes.
Green-white checker here at Phoenix. Green flag. Back in the air. 2 to go. Overtime in the ARCA Menards series.
A little bit of tire spin by the 77 of McKee, but he's close.
McKee on the inside. Nose is out in front. They touch into the corner. 28 got a little loose, but Carson Brown back out front. Down the backstretch on McKee.
Here comes Annunziata getting to the inside of McKee.
Out of the turn. 1 lap to go at Phoenix. Carson Brown in the 28.
4 wide for about 5th or 6th back there.
Pinnacle Racing Group teammates. McKee trying to run down his teammate Carson Brown down the backstretch. But the man who has dominated all night long, Carson Brown.
It's my favorite time of the night. It is time to rock, roll, and rumble here in Tucson. And we are picking up right where we left off last year. 2 and 3 wide racing throughout the field. Trevor Huddleston with the advantage at the drop of the green flag, but here comes Cole Denton rolling the outside lane. He's going to take the lead down into turns 3 and 4. Denton will lead lap 2 at both Kern and Phoenix. Look at this, battle on for the lead. Here comes David Smith in the 05. Smith will lead him across to complete lap 49. First time ever in his ARCA Menards Series West career, David Smith is your leader. It's all cars that you would have expected to be at the front of the field. Look at this, we're going to stack them 4 wide down into turns 3 and 4. Eric Johnson Jr. to the bottom, Mason Massey, Eric Reed, Jade Evanizian. We're going to, how about this? 2 lanes of 3 wide. This is really great stuff, folks. Will Robinson to the bottom, Eric Reed to the middle, Julian DeCosta 25 car to the top side. That is the second row of 3 wide racing. And there's David Smith in that 05 continuing to show the way. Ooh, the 70 car, Will Robinson off the pace. Looks like he may have had a left front tire go down. The question is, can he get it back? No, he can't. Caution flag going to come out. That's exactly what this group of race cars wanted to see, and that is not what this young man wanted to see. We saw a lot of give and take earlier tonight. It is now ask no quarter, give no quarter as the caution flag going to come out for the second time here tonight. And that's why the 51 car sideways here at the start-finish line. Tyler Tomasi getting turned sideways. Tyler was sitting in the 4th position. Second career. And lock and load for the dash to the checkered flag here at Tucson Speedway. Let's see if we can see what happened to the 51. And as I anticipated, there was some contact there. He was in the midst of a battle with Eric Johnson Jr. That was a battle for position. One more look at it here. Tyler to the bottom side of the racetrack. The car washes up just a touch. And he gets into the side. And around he goes. Tough way to end what had been a pretty solid run for Tyler Tomasi. Folks, we're coming back to green. It is going to get crazy. I think we're going to see that group from row 4 on back try to bully their way to the front of the field in very short order. 30 laps to go here at Tucson. And here comes Trevor Huddleston, Eric Johnson Jr., Robbie Keneally, and the rest. They are on the charge. Look at Quinn Davis in that 77 car looking sporty on this restart. Here comes Eric Johnson Jr. in the 5. That's right where we saw him last year with just a couple of laps remaining, working the bottom side of the racetrack on a charge to the front. Keep an eye on that blue and yellow number 19 right there, getting up out of the groove and scuffing that outside wall here coming to the start-finish line. These composite bodies have a lot of give in them, but I'll tell you what, you knock those tires just the wrong way and knock a valve stem out, that could shorten your night in a big hurry. So hopefully everything is still good on that 19 car. There's Memphis Villarreal looking to the middle as he threaded the needle. David Smith in that 0-5. David got up and led a bunch of laps here earlier tonight, but I'll tell you what, he absolutely overextended those tires. And that move by Memphis Villarreal right there could be a Reese's Sweet Move of the Race candidate. Log on to ARCARacing.com Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time to see who we pick for tonight's Reese's Sweet Move of the Race. Joe Contreras with the white flag in hand. Cole Denton on his final lap down the backstretch. No pressure from behind. Into turns 3 and 4. He started on the pole. He is off of turn 4, looking at the checkered. Give it to Cole Denton here at Tucson. The Jans Racing team going back to victory lane. Rumble here at Shasta. Green flag in the air. We are racing in the Bill Schmitt Memorial 173.
Good launch by both drivers on the front row. Huddleston in that bright pink and blue 50 machine downstairs. Mason Massey hanging strong on his right side as they complete lap 1. It's going to be Massey at the line by a couple of inches. He leads lap 1.
The bottom groove of this racetrack, the bottom lane, by far the preferred groove, but Mason Massey doing a nice job there, and I bet you he's going to bank that information as we see the caution flag coming out here early in the going as we go back under the green flag here at Shasta Speedway. Huddleston leading him back down into turn 1.
That was a better jump there by Huddleston. Some contact between him and Mason Massey, but Huddleston able to clear Massey off turn 2. He'll take away the race lead. Mason Massey, a little love tapped in turn 4, but that's how aggressive you have to be on these restarts. On that left rear, you can see the General Tire lettering scraped off as we turn our attention back to the race lead at the front of the field.
Still a long ways to go, but I'll tell you what, every one of these drivers would love to be the one out there setting the pace and leading laps, and that is exactly what Mason Massey would like to do as they catch Josiah Rayome there down the backstretch. Josiah with a big handful. That car is definitely not handling the way he wants it to, and Mason had to kind of get out of the throttle right there, but he has been very aggressive working the back bumper of that 50 car. Massey would like to get up there, collect that bonus point, and start logging some laps in the lead as we see the caution lights coming on one more time. Second caution flag of the night. Keep an eye on that 72 car. Ooh, look at that. Not only up out of the groove, but up into the outside wall right at you. How about that race car in your face there off of turn 2? TC's Eric Johnson Jr. and the rest of the top 5 driving away from him, and he wants to get up there and start to try to track those drivers down. You know, we talked about the increase in the lap count here. This race has been a 150 lap race. In most recent years, we've added 23 laps to the 173 lap distance here tonight. But again, they're ticking off in a very rapid pace right now. Break. Ooh, look at that contact right there. Big time contact between Gavin Ray and Robbie Keneally as we come to the caution flag. Boy, Gavin really wanted to get up there and get past Robbie Keneally.
Between the two, maybe Gavin Ray thought otherwise as they worked off turn 4 right here, and Gavin got position underneath Keneally, and he just floored it coming off the corner, trying to take advantage of that inside run. Look at the spark showering out the back of Keneally going into turn 1.
We're about to find out. Green flag back in the air. We're racing down into turn 1. Huddleston with the advantage on the brake.
Really good launch that time again by Mason Massey. He's going to hang tough on the right side. Washes up a little bit off turn 2. That'll allow for Huddleston to clear him. Massey's able to duck back to the bottom, and a great side-by-side battle for third into turn 1.
There's the battle between Hailie Deegan and Andrew Chapman to the inside. Chapman going to throw the right front fender. He's going to take fourth from Hailie Deegan.
He better get away and hide, because Hailie Deegan will not be afraid to return the favor, as now Chapman a little bit of a slip up in turn 2.
And talk about happening quickly. There is Gavin Ray sideways on the racetrack. Gavin was sitting in the 5th position when this trouble happened, at least matched, and I had a feeling that this is what was going to end up happening. Obviously a problem with, looks like maybe the right front suspension shot him up the racetrack. Trevor Huddleston and Cole Denton up on the front row. Green flag back up. Let's see what happens into turns 1 and 2.
Cole Denton hanging tough on the right side of the Huddleston machine. They're going to stay side by side. Going into turn 3, Huddleston's got the advantage. Denton's still there off turn 4. They drag race back to turn 1.
Cole Denton not wanting to give up any ground in that outside groove, but I tell you what, Trevor Huddleston in that preferred lane down on the bottom, that car, all he's got to do is hit his marks, and it's just a matter of time. And right there, exactly that.
We got problems on the racetrack, and good recovery by Keneally to get back inside the top 5, but this may bring out another caution.
Tough break for Julian DaCosta in that number 25. And indeed, the yellow caution lights blinking around the speedway. On that last restart, let's see what happens down in turn 1 this time. Can Mason Massey get the 19 car back in the mix? Massey trying to give Huddleston a shove through turns 1 and 2. All that did was shove Huddleston out in front of the fray.
I think Mason Massey wanted to kind of root and gouge Huddleston up the racetrack, but as you mentioned, I think that helped Huddleston more than anything.
Clean and green down the back straightaway. No pressure at all for Trevor Huddleston as he works his way off of the final in the front row coming to green. You know what time it is, folks. It is time to rock, roll, and rumble here in Colorado. Keneally putting the power down on the inside lane down the backstretch. He will jump out to the lead. Battle on now for third. Hailie Deegan going at it with Kyle Keller as we come to complete lap 1. And look at this battle for the lead brewing. Robbie Keneally facing all kinds of pressure there from Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston going to start to wear out the back bumper. Of course, every point matters throughout the course of this 13-race season. Keneally coming in 34 points out of the lead, and right now Trevor Huddleston wanting to add another point to his total. 1 point up for grabs for everybody who leads a lap in competition, and Huddleston wanting to add to that point total here early. Great camera angle down the backstretch and into turn 3 really shows the speed that these cars carry into these wide corners here at Colorado National Speedway. We talked about it in the track facts. This racetrack produces really great racing, As we see Huddleston looking to the inside now. Keneally up the racetrack, opening the door ever so slightly there for Trevor Huddleston. Can Huddleston capitalize? Keneally going to slam the door shut down into turns 1 and 2. You want to keep those tires down as low as you can. Keneally a couple of feet off the bottom of the racetrack, and Huddleston really able to keep those left side tires down on the flat of the racetrack. Just about to mention, we talked about it at the top of the show, just how competitive this racetrack is. Back in 1995, Butch Miller won the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race here by 1/1000th of a second. Just a matter of inches. That was back in the inaugural season of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Here comes Trevor Huddleston looking to the inside one more time. Keneally going to slam the door shut. Don't know if you could have slipped a piece of paper between those two cars as they race their way through turns 1 and 2. Some intense racing at the front of the field. Scotty Milan in the 51. Scotty gave up that lead lap status without a fight. And here comes Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston going to stick the nose to the inside down in turns 1 and 2. Battle on for the lead off of 2 and down the backstretch. Who's going to do what here in traffic? Where will Alonso Salinas go? It's not going to matter. Salinas not going to play a factor here. Huddleston will take the lead. Johnson a little sideways off of turn 4. Eric Johnson Jr. coming off a 6th place finish last time out at Shasta Speedway, currently sitting 4th in the ARCA Menards West Championship standings. Ooh, there's some contact there between Will Robinson in the 25 and Gavin Ray in the number 7. Great save there. Oh, we've got a car sideways there in turn 2, the 51 car, Scotty Milan. Getting turned around. That'll put us under the caution flag for the first time tonight. Keep an eye on that 51 car there to the inside. And just as I suspected, maybe a little contact there. There is the restart line on the hammer down the front stretch. Huddleston with a great jump. He's going to slide back in front of Robbie Keneally in the battle on now for 3rd and 4th. There's Kyle Keller working the outside lane. Keller to the outside of Hailie Deegan. Can he make the outside work? And the caution lights are on. Halfway point has been reached. Huddleston on the hammer. Robbie Keneally with the jump. Got the nose out front. Down the backstretch. Huddleston going to retake the advantage. Down the backstretch. Keneally slotting into 2nd. There is the battle for 3rd and 4th. Ooh, how about this? I see a little damage to the back of the number 5 car. Eric Johnson Jr. maybe with some contact on that restart. White flag in the air. Final time around for Trevor Huddleston here at Colorado National Speedway. No pressure at all from behind. Huddleston down the backstretch. Cleanly into turns 3 and 4. Looking for his 2nd consecutive ARCA Menards West. Coming to green. You know what time it is, folks. It is my favorite time of the night. It is time to rock, roll, and rumble here at Tri-City Raceway.
Laps of ARCA Menards West competition is underway. Colden has been top of the charts all weekend long. Can you lead the first lap? But here comes Trevor Huddleston to place it.
Battle on for the lead. Trevor Huddleston trying to snatch that lead away from Cole Denton. Huddleston will lead it across to complete lap 1. Keep an eye on the 5 car. He's all the way to the bottom. Oh, you know what? I gotta take it back. I thought, as sideways as that car was, I thought there had to be contact. Eric Johnson Jr., I owe you an apology. I take it all back. Josiah just fighting the bucking bronco up there in the top of turn 3. Just the way that car darted right there, I figured there had to have been some contact, but no contact at all. But in any case, that save right there. And we've got a car erupting in smoke down the front straightaway. Quinn Davis in the 77. And it looks like that car's still under power. And evidently some fluid coming out from underneath the Quinn Davis, number 77, and that will put us under caution for the second time tonight with 26 laps in the books. 30 laps in the books this time around. Long ways to go. 120 remaining here at Tri-City as Cole Denton leads him down into turn 1 and into turn 2. Huddleston sneaking the nose back to the inside through turn 2, but Denton putting the power down. He's going to drive away. And look at this battle. Here comes Mia Lovell to the inside of Hailie Deegan. They make some contact there in turn 3. Deegan up the racetrack. Lovell still trying to keep that car to the inside down into 1. And now the battle on for the lead. Here comes Trevor Huddleston to the inside of Cole Denton down into turn 2. Action really starting to pick up here after the second restart of the night. Denton way up the racetrack down into turn 3. Here comes Huddleston to the inside. The Raceway. Look at this battle for position. Mia Lovell again to the inside. Mia dirt tracking it through turn 3 to the inside of Hailie Deegan. Look at that. Power slide down into turn 1. Side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th. Deegan with that preferred outside lane through turn 2. Mia Lovell gonna give that spot back up. She doesn't want to give it up without a fight. May have gotten into Hailie Deegan there through turn 3. With the jump. He's going to clear Trevor Huddleston down into 1. Battle on for 3rd. Here comes Keneally to the inside of Mia Lovell.
Exactly what Cole Denton needed. He did not want to have.
And here comes Huddleston to the inside of Cole Denton down into turn 3. Battle on for the lead. Huddleston leads in the stripe by a nose.
We talked about the right adjustments. So far, it's Trevor Huddleston. He's got the lead back and he's clear.
Here's the battle for 4th and 5th. Robbie Keneally in the 1. Ooh, we got a car sideways off of turn 2. David Smith in the 05 car going to get turned sideways. And that will put us under caution for the 4th time today. Going to be key as we take a look at what happened. And David Smith just looks like he might have just overcooked it. And look at that. Almost got collected by our leader, Trevor Huddleston. Take one more look at just how close this is, folks. Did not see that the first time. There's David dipping those right side tires off the top of turn 2. And look at this. Wow, so close. Woo. Boy, that could have been big. I told you, folks, this is a very tricky racetrack. And that turn 2 area, very tricky. They're just a matter of inches. I bet you couldn't even stick your hand between the 50 and the 05 right there. Wow. Coming back to the restart line off of turn 4. Outside lane has been the preferred lane on most of the restarts so far tonight. And look at that. It's the preferred lane no longer. Cole Denton using the inside groove to his advantage. He will retake the lead. Look at this. Sam Corrigan turned sideways. We're going to stack him up over in turn 3. Caution flag is out. Look at the damage to Hailie Deegan's number 16. The Columbia Bank Chevrolet. There's Sam Corey in the 25. Jade Avedizian. And Eric Johnson Jr. swept up in the aftermath, and there is a lot of damage to that number 13 for Jade Avedizian. Looks like she caught that tractor tire at the top of turn 3. Let's take a look at what happened. Going down into turn 3, a nudge right there between Hailie and Sam Corey. They went up the racetrack. Deegan with nowhere to go. Let's take one more look at it. Keep an eye on that 13. There's the contact. And what goes down must go up. And back up the racetrack goes Sam Corey. Great camera work by our low-budget TV camera crew here tonight. Appreciate their hard work and all their efforts here tonight. All 3 cameras with a great view of this incident over in turn 3. That is going to put us under the red flag. Wow, right there. Doesn't take much going down into turn 3, but that right front fender into the left rear tire, and that's all it takes. Sam Corey going on a wild ride. There's the line. Looks like Cole Denton had the advantage, and he's going to jump back out to the lead down into turn 1. Look at this. Mia Lovell trying to fill that gap at the 15. Couldn't make it stick. She got a little sideways off of turn 1. That gave Huddleston the advantage. 2 fingers from the flag stand. Joe Contreras giving the signal. 2 more times around for Cole Denton. Just 15 years of age out of Pascagoula, Mississippi. Don't see too many drivers from Pascagoula, Mississippi. And this young man looking for his 2nd win of 2026. White flag up, final time around for Cole Denton and this Chris Greeny-led number 71 car. Into turn 2, down the backstretch. No pressure at all. Off the back bumper. Into turn 3, checkered flag waving at the start-finish line.